Two, one, and we are live. All right. Hello, everybody. Sorry for the delayed start. There was a few things we had to, I had to fix. Rosina is not going to be here this evening for the sake of keeping the rest of the party alive. She has allowed me to roleplay her character in combat only. I've already told the rest of the players that if they try to talk to her, she's going to be sullenly silent and drunk, or strong and drunk. Which brings us to the name of the last session, which was Strunk Drunk and Walking Murder Trees, which led to a fun grouping of emojis I never thought I'd see in a Discord chat. Before we get into that, though, I want to go ahead and throw out, if you haven't backed it yet, theredopera.com is the quickest way to get to the Kickstarter for the tarot cards. They have was it like 3.5 hours left?
3 hours, 40 minutes.
3 hours and 40 minutes left. If you want to get in there and back that, at certain pledge levels, there's obviously a addition to the Red Opera in terms of a one shot.
Yeah.
Also, sweet tarot cards. Even if you're
Come
not
on,
into
who doesn't
tarot
want
cards,
tarot
art's
cards?
pretty badass. So go check it out. I feel like I have to do this because it's true. We're not backed. I just want to support the things that I really like.
Yeah.
And we are playing, the Red Opera, so why the hell wouldn't I shout it out? Other than that, that's the only announcements I have. And Vars, you want to give a shout out to your folks? I don't know if they're playing tonight. I think they might be.
They are not. Lawful Stupid RPG is off tonight. It's a wonderful game. Tonight would normally be a streaming of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. It's the Missed Opportunities Gang. Lovely group of people led by DM Peter. Tomorrow they're going to be keeping candles mysterious. Candlekeep Mysteries. Sunday is Dark Sunday, where they run through the second edition modified rules, AD&D second ed of the Dark Sun campaign setting. And Monday, I will be back on screen, I think this Monday, maybe next Monday, I'm not sure, with the Trapped by Hope crew, where we have descended into Avernus, and we are regretting every action since then. Just for the past couple sessions, we actually had Lindsay Russo as a guest star. It was great fun. She's great. If you ever are running around, check her show out, The Rollout, with Genevieve Cosplay. It's really cool stuff. Different perspective on things, and over at The Rollout, they always have guest stars frequently. And again, lest we be remiss, check out theredopera.com. You've got 3.5 hours, roughly.
Yeah.
Donate $10. You'll get something.
Do what I did. Back for it and get all of the add-ons.
And if you have more like $10,000 just laying around with nothing to
Please.
do, go
Yeah,
to
come on.
satinesquest.com.
Ooh, look at
Also-
that. Another shout out. All right.
Also,
Oh, go
one
ahead.
more thing.
Yeah.
Apotheosis Studios and Gilding Lights is actually doing a Halloween party on Zoom this Sunday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. I am organizer and host and probably 20 other things that I need to discover to actually run the thing. But come in costume, come meet some people in the D&D Discord, or if you've got friends in other Discords, I'm inviting people from a book Discord that I'm also in. So come to that because I'm lonely. No, I just want to host another Halloween party.
I will go ahead and throw that in the live chat since I have a second. I think. I don't know. Here it is. What is that? Reconnecting to that's helpful.
You do not have the live chat.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well,
Can s-
all you would really have to do is join the Discord server for Apotheosis Studios,
That's what I'm
home
trying
of
to
the
put in
Red Opera,
thing.
and
Oh.
Sirens, and the Red Opera Tarot deck. Partnered with Satine's Quest, Gilding Light. It's got to be something else too. Last Amazon, I don't know.
Oh, is that why it's doing it? No. If someone else can grab the Discord link and throw it in the live chat.
The permanent invite.
Yeah, if you can do that. I tried to, but for whatever reason, I'm on my, channel dashboard where I can look and see everything that's happening. And no, it doesn't want to. So I'm gonna go ahead and pretend I don't know how to use my own stuff because I legitimately don't.
That is weird though.
I don't know. My phone's been wonky lately, so I don't question it.
I
I'm
got
just gonna go
I got
with
the
it.
link.
Sweet. So while they're posting that, yes, please come and join our little party if you would like. There will be costume. We'll have some prizes. Honestly, we don't really have an official game, but we'll probably just vote on who we thought was the coolest costume and maybe a couple other things. We have some free stuff we can give out to the winners. So come join us.
That's the other one that the Discord is kind of affiliated with, Action Fiction.
Oh yeah. Did Jaren say that they had anything, or was that just I don't know.
Well, that I noticed there. I noticed that was the person who had put up the permanent link in the Discord server. It's like, oh, Action Fiction is here.
Yay!
Yeah, Jaren is part of the extended team. He's a really cool guy. Syntax, you got to mind that syntax.
Jesus. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into this. Recap of session 6, aka Strong Drunk and Walking Murder Trees. The party each gets a mysterious courier that visits them delivering a message for a request for assistance. I am so sorry for my writing style. It is terrible. It actually got pointed out to me recently. And to meet at their last rest lodge. Upon finding their way there, spelled it wrong. That's
You
why.
had that right.
Yeah, I spelled there wrong. I can't even. Whatever.
Which one?
They find it packed with members of the Legion of the Fallen, and find that they were invited by the Knight Captain and a new face to most, Fate, to help them investigate some disturbing reports coming from. I put the Dark Woods, but it's actually the Thistle Woods, the Thistle Forest, or something like that.
They're dark.
Yeah, they're dark. It is dark. You guys are out in the middle of the night. Good for you. You guys have done great things under the cover of moonlight. Reports say that sacrifices are being made and that the trees are coming to life and going on a rampage. After some drink and some instruction on how to handle dog sleds, they find their way to the edge of a forest and dismount their sleds. With the other battalions headed further into the forest to search for either the source of the problem or clues leading to it, the party is left to try to make sure none of these horrors make their way out of the forest, corral them, and burn the forest if needed to prevent more death. Sparing a moment to take in their surroundings, the sound of shrieking trees and rustling leaves grabs their attention as 10 large tree monstrosities approach them, covered in blood, bodies, and patron knows what else. These do not look friendly. Using tactics, they try to corral them into a small space and let loose a fireball or two, felling a large number of the creatures. But not before they shook loose a devastating amount of smaller, faster seedling creatures that proceeded to attack the party at first, but finding that a task began going after weaker prey, the poor sled dogs. After a grueling battle, they found themselves facing less and less resistance despite the cunning of the tree's ability to burrow. Seeing that the light at the end of the tunnel, the enemy is on the ropes when a sound of shuddering wood breaks forth from the trees. They are fighting, and while it may have been taken as a sign of anger from the trees, it turns out to be much, much worse, as more of these monstrosities pour forth from the forest. And that's where we're going to pick up today. Those of you that watched the last episode will realize that there's going to be a new addition to this because I couldn't find it last time. And also, I wasn't thinking about it because I was probably super tired. We'll go ahead and remind everyone that Grim Eyes let loose a few fireballs in the forest and has since then is going to begin to notice what that means. Let's go ahead and head on over to our battle. And there we go. As you can all see, there is a fire now raging on the side of this forest. That will slowly grow as time goes, as forest fires tend to do. It'll be ever slowed by some of the snow and melting ice, but that's giving a lot away. So let's just see how it goes. I have everyone's turn order, so if you're able to see that, awesome. But if not, I definitely can, and that's good enough for me. So I put the turn order in previously. Yeah.
About the turn order, who is the person at 5? Because it's just the picture of their icon.
That would be Invar's, because he was special and found a way to actually put his own in there.
All right, fair enough.
And if I had known how to do it, I'd have let you all do it. But, I don't... Whatever, I can put it in. So,
that's fine.
It is Grim Eye's turn.
Alrighty. How many of the dogs are affected currently?
There is one right here that seems to be the most injured. The other ones seem to be left alone.
Okay. I am going to... I don't think I can do that anymore, actually. Yeah, I already used that. Oh, no, I didn't. I did not use my racial one. I will use my racial hex magic, and I'm going to hex the one of the seedlings there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Firebolt at it.
Which one? This one or the other one?
This one.
Alrighty.
Oof. I need to change this damn die. I keep thinking a 7 is a 1. 16.
16. If I'm not mistaken, a 16 will hit.
Awesome. So that'll be 4 hex damage and 15 fire damage.
you have killed it. It is dead.
And then I cannot hide anymore. Because I used my bonus action to hex. I will Can I transfer hex?
Does it say that you can? Does it
I
work
don't
like the
remember.
spell?
It is. It's racially. I can just cast hex. So I think.
Okay.
Oh
Then,
no!
yeah.
Bonus action on a subsequent turn. Okay, so I have to wait until my next turn to move it.
Okay.
Okay. Then yeah, that's gonna be my turn, and they can see me now.
All right. Let's see. Next up is Icarus. It is your turn.
So these three, they got uncovered, right? So that we can attack them directly, right?
So this one and this one.
Yeah,
are
it's just the bottom
uncovered.
two. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. So Icarus does probably the strangest thing you'll see tonight. He pulls out a potato from his pocket and just like shoves it in his mouth and swallows it. I don't even know if he chews at that point. So that's a bonus action. So that was a baked potato of fire breath. So I'm going to use one of those charges to. I can attack 30 feet away, but it's right in front of me. So I'm going to attack this one with a with a ball of flame that I belch from my mouth because that's what this does. So they have to do a DC 15 dexterity save, which are buried. So
It failed. Is this a cone or is it a line?
It just says a ball of flame. So
All right, so probably more like firebolt.
yeah.
Okay. It failed.
All right, so it's going to take 1d4 damage instead of 1d6. So it's not huge, but it's fire. 1d4. Roll. Wow. I'm just great tonight. This is a great start. I guess that's my turn.
Okay.
At least I have 2 more charges.
Well, at least you got some damage you can deal out. All right. Invars, that takes it to your turn.
Right. So I had cast Spiritual Weapon, and that was still on the board.
Yep.
Trying to
right
remember
here.
what level that was. I believe it was either 4th or 5th. I think it was 4th. I'm gonna go with that. It is next to a seedling, so it's going to go ahead and attack.
All right.
That's a natural 1. Yeah, but does a 10 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay, well there's that. Does the creature that I can see there, that's the one that's visible that I'm pointing at?
No, that one you can see
one's
the
visible.
ground. The other ones you
Okay.
can see.
Okay, and have they taken any damage?
Quill just shot, or there was a bolt of fire just shot at it, but it doesn't seem all that injured.
This one then. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to just toll the dead on that one as my. Well, actually, I'm rooted to the ground still. The roots were crumbling and they were giving away. From the very beginning, I had been grappled and restrained.
Right.
Can I just walk right out of it now, or do I
Yeah.
still need to take an action to break out?
You can. They're officially gone. They're dead enough that you can just walk out of them.
Oh, awesome. That being the case, I'm going to toll the dead. Well, let me stop myself first. I'm going to simply walk forward, bringing my swirling snakes 5, 10, 15, walk right up next to them and say, hello. I've got swirling snakes biting their own tails going all around me. But from there, I am going to strike out using my weapon, which is a spear. And I'm going to roll a 16 to hit on that baddie.
Your aim was true, but it just couldn't pierce the tough hide of this tree monstrosity. Kind of veered off to the side as if it hit a solid rock.
Okay, so not quite hitting. Because I got a magic weapon.
Sorry.
Okay. Then that'll be it. And the aura that is around my token is the aura of the Spirit Guardians, which was at level 5.
Okay.
So I believe Spirit Guardians, let me just do a quick check. On their turn, anything inside Spirit Guardians will have to make a save.
What kind of save?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom. Okay.
I will go ahead and throw that up if I can. Oh, it's not letting me. I'll get it up there.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
All done.
All right. So, it is the Thistlewood's turn, so I need to make wisdom saves for each of them. That one failed. What's your save?
Wisdom 17.
Okay. They all failed.
Oh, then they are taking some necro damage. 23.
All right. So 23. All right. And the seedling has died. All right. Seeing that you have an aura emanating out of you from these lovely snake type things, they're pretty pissed about that. So I need to make
Their bark is worse than their bite.
Creatures.
What is your AC?
It's higher than what you rolled. I mean, it's an 18.
Oh, then yes, it was higher than what I rolled. All right. You manage to dodge out of the way as some roots shoot from the ground, just like the other ones you've seen previously. But then shortly after that, another set of roots shoots up, and I need you to make a strength save.
Six.
Unfortunately not.
Am I grappled and restrained again?
You are grappled and restrained again. You take
Didn't even take off the token, so there you go.
you take 14 bludgeoning damage and 3 poison. And is your Spirit Guardians a concentration spell?
Yes, it is.
I'm going to need you to make a
That is a
concentration
dropped
check.
spell.
Oof.
Yeah, that's dropped.
Yep.
Boink.
All right. So you are grappled there one. The second one, or the third one, seeing that you are currently restrained, tries to lash out at Rosina and then seems to fail horribly as the roots shoot out of the ground, but in a completely random location. Like, it just wasn't paying attention to what it was doing. That being said, these will move forward. Actually, not that direction. That's not good. So these things burrow into the ground. And let's see here. What is that? One die. Oh, I need to die 4. That's why I had it out last time. 1,
Oh, I don't know if you realized it. Jeff, patron of biscuits, but Quill has incidentally just created a new homebrew spell for you. Aura of Dronk. When the Dronk is strong enough, everything within a certain distance also gets drunk.
Amusingly, I think that's an ability that probably the cleric domain of beer has from Kobold Magic's Deep Magic.
We don't recognize that book. It's now Jeff's homebrew.
That's fair. I may also be completely bullshitting. Who knows? I assume none of you own the book.
Yeah, I do. It's a cleric brew.
All
That
right.
brings a whole new meaning to homebrew.
Yeah, it does.
You all see seedlings burrow up out of the ground. They're
I'm gonna have
starting
to do
to
something
anyway.
about that.
And it would appear that it's Rosina's turn. Rosina, seeing that this one right here seems to have captured her friend, or at least her comrade in arms currently, is going to attack the tree. Jesus Christ, I really should have looked at everything you all had, but whatever. She hits. Wow. She hits. And she still hits. That's an insane amount of whatever. Anyway, she hits with all of her attacks using her two-handed weapon. 8, 9. Not as much. Okay. This tree right here Alright. Takes quite a bit more. It is looking bedraggled and like it's about to fall apart, but not so much as much as you'd be like, oh, one more hit's gonna take this thing out. It's looking bloodied. Alright. And she's not going to move because that would get her attacked and possibly killed. Gelzermo, it is your turn.
Okie dokie then. Zermo will go ahead and move towards the doggos. As a bonus action, I will go ahead and point my Eldritch Cannon Eldritch Flamethrower, at the little seedling guy right here. So he needs to make a Dexterity saving throw of 17, I believe. No, 16.
It makes it.
Ooh, so he takes half fire damage, so half of 2d8. If I can, roll.
Is this a cone?
Yeah, it's a cone. So I'm just gonna aim it at the little seedling.
Okay, so it's gonna hit like right here and in this area.
Yeah, but it wouldn't. I'll say it hits that tree. It's fine.
Okay.
If you want to as well, I'm down for that.
It's going to. Otherwise, you're gonna hit the dog.
Sure. Okay. So. Wow. My phone D&D Beyond is not working as well, so I will undo that. Well, in front of my main screen. Alright, something actual fighting music has finally turned on Roll20. It was very calm and soothing.
Yeah, well, I decided to go ahead and jack it up since you're setting more trees on fire.
Alright, cool, yeah, because now my blood's pumping. So, okay, fine. So 2d8, only for everybody. It's going to take 3 points of fire damage. I already have it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go ahead and point my wand, since that's going to be a flame, hopefully. There's a tree right next to this partially exposed creature, right?
Yes.
I would like to cast Firebolt pointing my wand at it, it's hitting that tree as well
Okay.
to start it on fire.
You didn't start the fire.
Start the fire. And by the way, for those nearby, which is everyone, including Grim Eyes, the sounds of gold coins falling in the background begins to increase. So there's like, it sounds like more coins are falling on like a marble floor. That's sort of the Evermore's speed thing. I forget what it's called, but I get +1 every turn after the second turn or second round
Yes.
to like ability check and stuff. So it's technically a +10, but +9 is really good. It's a 27 to hit that tree with my
Oh yeah,
firebolt.
you hit the tree.
I'll just roll damage for shits and giggles. And then that's 18 plus another d8 for firearm 1 for being artillery. So that's 20 points of fire damage to the tree.
And are you actually aiming at this one?
Yeah, the one next to the exposed tree that's still underground, I guess.
Okay. All right.
Cool. And that's my turn.
All right. There's a fire growing there. All right. Seedling's turn. They're beelining it right over here. I'm gonna steer clear of that. Going to go right through here. Gonna go right through here. Staying in your range because it entered and it's not stupid. Although Rosina is gonna get an attack of opportunity and hits and kills it.
Yeah, she's kind of good at that.
However, since she's used a reaction there, they're gonna keep going. Think of it as a line drive for death. This one's gonna go over here. This one's gonna go up here. All right. So now I gotta make a bunch of attacks. See how well this goes.
And I have to rethink my.
It's cocked. Nope.
Ow.
Misses. 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 Hits. Hits. Misses. All right. Rosina is going to have to make a save here. Nope. This one right here is burrowed into her. And one of them bit you, Invars, and you take 5 points of piercing damage, and you need to succeed at a Constitution save as it tries to burrow into you.
That's a 13 for the con save.
Cool! It bit you, and it's just hanging out on your arm now. Well,
Gross.
bit you, and it's just kind of trying to burrow in. It does not manage to burrow in as your thick skin has kept it off. And that is their turn. Fate, seeing that this place is starting to catch on fire, and that this tree right here is not looking so hot,
No, it's not looking hot enough.
pulls out her sword, makes 2 swings. The first one's a little shy, the second one hits. And this tree isn't looking great, but it doesn't look like that phased it much. Grim Eyes, it is your turn again. And as you guys are waiting there, you're starting to notice that the fire's starting to jump. It's starting to go across the ground. It's melting all of the snow that's in its path and starting to catch trees on around it.
For the purposes of control flames, do these creatures count as wood or other fuel?
Only if they catch fire.
Hmm.
Otherwise, they would get to make a contested save.
Yeah, it wouldn't automatically catch them on fire. Okay. It's more of a I can grab the flame and jump it 5 feet, but only if there is wood or other fuel.
If it would
if you're-
technically count as wood, you can try it. I'll just have to. I'll fiddle with something. So you can go ahead and try it if you want to.
I think I'm gonna play it safe in Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So yeah, I will hit this one all the way down here at the
Okay.
bottom, and this one all the way up top because it is left alone with no whatever the hell the sacred weapon. That's the name of the spell. I'm very tired.
No worries. You will
Yeah.
be at disadvantage to hit that top one though, because its view is obscured by the giant flames that have sprung up. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, fair enough.
I forgot which one was you. Ignore me.
Yeah, no, I'm over here on the far side.
Okay,
With
so it's not quite to the
barely
point where it's a
clear
problem yet.
line. I have barely a clear line of sight, and so I'm going to try to deal with it quickly. 13, that was against the top one, and 14 against
You
the bottom
hit with
one.
both, and
Fantastic.
they are dead. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that.
Alrighty.
Anything else you want to do?
I am going to move over here
Okay.
to try to field off any more going for the dogs.
Sure.
Actually, here's better, I think. So that's my turn.
All right. Icarus, it's your turn.
Okay, I have 2 options of what I can do because I'm kind of surrounded, but I also don't want these other trees to make things more complicated. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna cast Sickening Radiance, and
Nice.
center it on over here. So I've been trying to get it to make a 30-foot circle. That's how
That's
big
fine.
it is, but yeah. So yeah, it's
Centered where?
this
That one.
Yeah, it's gonna cover all of them.
Yeah. So what happens with that one is that when a creature moves into the area or starts their turn there, that creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
There you go. There's your 30-foot diameter
Yeah, my-
circle.
my save DC is 16, so 16 Constitution. Or
Down
take
here, we'll hit
or
more.
D10 radiant damage, suffer exhaustion, and emit green light. So yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
Oh shit! Trying to change the first one to a more sickening radiance color, and instead I made it a solid green.
Well, that's my action, and I'm just going to be doing my best to concentrate to keep.
So this
kill
one
them.
and this one both failed. The other one succeeded.
Does it say anything about? Oh,
It's on their turns, though.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, I
It's
rolled
only if they
preemptively
fail,
because
yeah.
that's how I am.
Fair enough.
Working ahead. Nice DM.
Well, someone's got to do something over here, otherwise I'm doing nothing. I don't know what that meant.
That's also fair. Weird,
Very.
but fair.
All right,
Yep,
so you've
that's my
cast that
turn.
spell. Is there anything else you're going to do?
Nope. I'm just going to be concentrating like hell to hopefully kill them.
Okay.
I can keep it up for 1 minute. 10 minutes, actually.
Now, is this something that's a 360 degree, or is it just on the surface? Or does it
Uh,
not
Oh, it's all
specify?
over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's all over.
It's a sphere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Technically, so is Fireball.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It
Oh,
goes
well.
up, if that's the question.
Okay.
It also goes. I
It
think
goes
technically
up
it also
and
goes
down.
down.
It also goes down. Yes,
So,
inferred.
Okay.
he's trying to bury them to avoid the damage. I see
Yeah,
what
of
you're
course he
trying
is.
to do.
Which would not matter because it's magic.
Mm.
And sickening radiance flows around corners, through doors, into dirt.
This is magic dirt. Shut up. Invars, it is
No,
your turn.
only the trees are magic here, which we've decided look like horror-themed Christmas trees because Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horror-filled
Okay.
Christmas trees. And the seedlings are Christmas whatchamahoozits.
Ornaments.
Ornaments, yes. Invars, go ahead.
Invar speaks a word, and using a bonus action, speaks the word Hilhas, and green scales appear to cover him. He casts Shield of Faith, giving himself an extra 2 AC. That is a bonus action, and then he speaks another word, because bonus action and cantrips are fun things. Says the word, where'd it go? Sowilo. And out of his mouth sprouts Word of Radiance. So, Constitution saving throws from anything within 5 feet, which is four seedlings and 1 big thistlewood.
Okay.
It can select so that it does not affect allies.
Cool. Well, to save you some trouble, the seedlings failed.
They're all taking 11 points of radiant damage.
Cool. They are all 11 points of dead.
Nice.
And the big one?
The big one made it save.
Oh, well. I think it's an all or nothing kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yep, it's an all or nothing.
So it shakes that off like it was talcum powder.
Well, it didn't like that word, I guess. It's the word of the day. With that being said, I'm grappled and restrained, but I've got a 20 AC. And I'm going to, I don't know, dodge or something.
I don't know.
Pass the turn.
Okay. The Thistlewood's turn. 2 of them did not make their saves with your spell of toxic radiance or whatever the hell it was. So
Sickening Radiance.
sickening radiance. What happens with that spell?
They take 4d10 of damage.
And if they make the save, is it half?
No, if they make the save, they don't get damaged, which is kind of weird, but whatever.
Damn, radiant damage sucks.
No, it's awesome. What are you talking about?
Well, everything it's made a save has been completely fine when it comes to radiant damage.
Oh, one more thing. They start glowing, by the way.
Oh yeah,
So
they cannot be going.
So that is 25
No, that doesn't mean they
damage.
can't go underground, but
No, they're not invisible anymore.
That's 25 damage.
All right.
Nice.
I actually rolled it right this time.
There we go. These 2 are also bloodied. The other ones are underground and made their saves, so they do not glow. Good for them. They are going to go... You see them beelining.
oh, they also take points of exhaustion, if I recall correctly. Anything that fails.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, do they?
And
Yep.
oh yeah,
Yep.
and as long as they're
Yes,
in that
I'm getting
sphere, they'll
revenge for
keep
what you did
taking
to
levels
us.
of exhaustion.
I'm just going to say this out loud. They don't seem to be bothered by being sleepy.
Fine.
They are
But it's every time they
trees.
fail, so it'll stack up over time because it's 10 minutes worth of
All right.
exhaustion.
You really only need 6 rounds though, because after that everything dies from exhaustion anyway.
All right. Well, this sucks. I gotta
Affected
make a
by
save
it.
there. Does not work. Okay. Quill, Rosina, and Gelzermo, I need you all to make strength saves as
Thanks.
roots shoot from the ground.
Oh boy.
Work for me. 8.
Hold on a second. I need some bullshit to help me out. When
Plus
we're
Zoom
at
or...
D4. Well, we'll see what I roll on the strength checks or saving throws. Here we go. That's a 3, so that's a big old 2.
Okay. You are grappled and restrained, and you take 9 bludgeoning damage and 6 poison damage.
And
Although I
resistant
think
to
you had
poison.
something up that gave you something against poison, didn't you?
Yeah, I used the Fultus Reliquary to activate a fiend invocation or feature to give me poison resistance.
Okay, so you take 3 poison then. Although I will not be doing that math in the future in case I roll odd numbers.
Yeah, just give me the number in total. I'll do it.
All right. 10, 13. Icarus, you take 13 bludgeoning damage and 9 poison. And you didn't make the save DC. You were also grappled and restrained.
Icarus is still fine. I mean, he's a little bruised, but like that's it. So, grappled and restrained.
And Rosina
He's resilient,
needs-
like a potato.
and Rosina
A little
needs to
bruising
make-
doesn't hurt.
Oh, I need to make a Constitution saving
Yes,
throw to
you
keep up my
do.
concentration.
Make it, make it. Shit.
No!
Rosina is also grappled and restrained.
Oh wow, this is a bad
And
turn.
thickening
bad round.
radiance drops.
No, this is a bad round.
They are, nothing is glowing
that's a-
anymore, and they're also no longer exhausted.
That one. Oh, man.
All right.
I was
Well-
hoping it'd stay up for a little longer so we wouldn't have any more seedlings because they would start in there. in there.
Speaking of seedlings.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, you're not going to like this. Oh, that one's okay. It's at 12, 14, 17 of these bastards are about to drop down.
What?
Yeah, I rolled a bunch of 4s, everybody.
Let me see. Do I have that nuke spell I was looking at? Maybe I just need to do that. No, I don't have a nuke spell. Which I did.
That was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Oh, what
15,
fresh hell is this?
16, 17.
What a great phrase that is, Quill.
What kind of
fresh hell is this? Yeah.
I love that phrase. That's a favorite phrase of mine. Kudos
Well,
to you.
I know exactly what
Bookery.
fucking, what item I'm going to be
Oh,
looking
that's the other thing I
try
need
to
to
fucking
do.
get.
Oh.
Alright.
Whee! Fate is also wrapped up in tree stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Looks like they're done with their turn. Rosina is going to make a strength save to try to get out of this because she can't do much without it. Well, she definitely did that. So she's free, but unfortunately, maybe she has something here. No, she's already done her action surge, so she is done with her turn. Gelzermo, what you doing, little buddy?
Not a whole lot. Well. Okay. So, am I still constrained? Is that last till the end of my turn, or do I have to make
That lasts until you either break out of it or they choose to let you go.
choose only go, or they die, or whatever?
Yep.
Okay. I really don't mind staying here.
But
So I'm just gonna stay
do
here.
bear in mind you are grappled and restrained specifically. So if you try to make a magic attack or something like that, it will be at disadvantage.
That's fine.
Only if it's an attack roll, though. If it is a save that you force on somebody,
Yeah, I got
you're
it.
not affected.
I know.
Thanks for spoiling the fun there, jackass.
Hint, hint. I'm going to be
I was
doing things
thinking
that
it
force
too.
saves.
Come on.
So Guillermo is at +3 with better with age, so there are plenty of gold coins ringing in the background. It doesn't ultimately matter right now. So these two are still exposed, correct? Everything else is burrowed.
Yes,
all burrowed again?
except for
Okay.
the multitude of seedlings that have popped up from the
Right,
ground.
right, okay. I'm gonna do it again. I'm going to Josemo with his arms, his hand somewhat free, his wand sticking forward. Will mutter some arcane incantation, and he will cast using second spell slot, Thunder Wave.
All right.
Or is it Shatter? Did I use Shatter last time to do this? It was Shatter, I think. No, it was Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave. It is a 15-foot cube.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna put it right here.
Okay.
So anything within the 15-foot cube, I'll put it on top of this guy.
All right. Cool.
It has to make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Jesus, that's not gonna happen. Well, that happened.
You said a how big a foot cube?
15 foot. I'm gonna just center it on him to make it simple.
So let's see here. Draw shape. What's that? Okay, there we go. Is that a 15-foot cube?
A little too big for a 15-foot
That
cube.
does look a little bit big.
Should be like roughly
Like
I
there,
can't-
kind of. Whatever. It's roughly that area. I'm just gonna make saves for that made it.
Yeah. The ones that make it take half 2d8 thunder damage, and the ones that failed take the full 2d8, which I'll roll right now. And they're also pushed 10 feet away, which, if you allow it again, will expose the dirt above them as well. So the ones that failed. And the total damage for that is 9 points of thunder damage.
Well, cool. Dead. 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 Barely caught. Dead. I'm gonna say that one was out of range. And these three right here are all exposed. This one's partially exposed based off of that. And now I don't know how to get rid of these shapes, so that's fun.
Go to
Depends on what layer they're on.
Yeah, go to the. Oh, that's true. Well, you can get rid of all writings on the game.
It's things I should figure out before. Oh,
Yeah.
clear drawings.
There you go. Boom.
Boom.
There we go. You may have to draw your spiritual weapon again. All right. So uncovered. I'm gonna go ahead and mark the ones that are uncovered with a wrench because that's a fun thing to put on there. And we already know those two are, so whatever. Uncovered. Uncovered. And about to be in a world of pain, so I need to... Alright, takes a little bit of damage, that's fine. Oof! Alright. Okay. And Gilzermo, you did that. Anything else?
I'm good.
Okay. Looks like the seedling's turn. That was a shocker to them. They're not very smart. Just going to try to go through here. And I'm going to make a dex save to see if it makes it. Yes. It manages to make it through without catching fire and killing itself.
Go Groot.
Go here. Gonna go here. Can it? Can it? Where's the movement? No, it cannot. All right. Here we go. Going up, going over, going over, going over, going over. And just a whole bunch. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of rolls and just go with the average. See if it hits. That one, no. That one, yes. Okay. Invars, you need to make another Constitution save as this thing manages somehow to bite you.
Okay, it got past a 20 AC.
Yeah. It did, because rolling
Bummer.
a 19 is super handy for stuff like that.
That is a 20 on the con save.
Well, it's still just nibbling on you. It can't quite burrow into your skin, you lucky bastard. You do, however, take 6 points of piercing damage. Rosina was hit as well and needs to make a Constitution save. And does it like it's nobody's business. And takes 7 points. Oh, I should probably put that on her sheet. All right. She is looking bloodied. Seedlings have done what they're going to do. Fate, trying to break out of her bonds, does not do so and struggles, but is stuck. So cannot do anything. Grim Eyes, it's back to you. As the fire starts to spread even more. Well, that seedling died as the fire jumped onto it. And this one, going to say that fire's hitting that fella. I don't know how to put the other one on top. Whatever. We'll just say that it's on fire. And
Layers, Jeff. Layers.
that one's actually on fire, so that's fun.
And DM, I had to make a concentration against the shield, and it held up.
All right. Yes, it did. And what are you gonna do for your turn? Oh wait, no, that's Grim Eyes. Grim Eyes, what are you doing? You are muted.
Sorry about that. Not much I can do other than Eldritch Blasting. I was double checking my invocations just now and forgot that one of them had to be put under notes because we can't add those as homebrew for some reason.
Now, where is Grim Eyes? Which icon
Grim Eyes is
Hiding
right
behind
here
Gilzermo.
behind
Awesome.
Gilzermo, trying to stave off all of the seedlings from reaching the dogs, which is probably not the best use of his time. Speaking of time, quick question about my hourglass pendant. Do I have to tell you when I am planning on potentially using that as a reaction, or can I just have that come up anytime?
It's a reaction.
Cool. Cool. I'm keeping that handy. I'm going to cast. No, I have to be within 15 feet of something, and I don't want to be within 15 feet of something because that'll pull it 10 feet closer to me. Would trigger attacks of opportunity, though.
If only half of the party wasn't. Oh,
Yeah, if
the
only-
entire party
If
wasn't
only
somehow
everyone
trapped in
wasn't,
trees.
stuck. Can I try to free Gelzermo?
Yes, you can.
I would love to do that with my butcher's knife.
Gelzermo, are you willing to be helped, or are you going to fight him off?
I'm pretty sure I'm bleeding out, so Jozermo nods his head in agreement. And,
Okay.
like,
Cool.
eyes of desperation.
A butcher's cleaver is what I am using to try to break these off of you.
Okay.
He enjoys it.
You can try to cut through them with advantage.
All right.
Oh, that's a big. Yes, do it anyways. Do it. Oh my gosh.
And
Well,
uh,
you managed to cut through it. Gelzermo, you are freed from your bonds.
You almost cut my fingers off.
You almost cut your whole
but I
body off.
didn't. Yeah, I rolled a natural 1 for the
You
first
did. I'm
roll.
just like, oh, I'm dead. I'm almost freaking bloody, man.
Apologies, but you are now free. And
Ah,
as a bonus action,
Thank you, Grimeyes.
I am going to move my hex because I forgot to do that last round, and I'm moving it to this guy.
Okay.
So he is hexed now, which does nothing for me at the moment. But it will next round when I
Fair.
can potentially start hitting him with damage. We need these damn trees dead.
All right. Looks like Grimeyes is done.
And that's my turn.
Icarus,
All right.
you are a trapped guy.
Yep. I've decided it's time to use one of my new Warlock features because I just cast a big ass magic trick. So which one looks like the most healthiest tree out of all of these?
The ones that you can see, it would be one of the 3 in the back that you
Okay,
can see.
we're gonna go with this one. I'm gonna use my make sure I have that. Oh, I scrolled down accidentally. I'm going to use my At Last I Was King because they saw me do a magic trick, so I get to turn one of them into an actual puppet.
I thought they had to see a play.
No, you can cast the planar binding spell upon any creature who has seen you perform a magic trick, which is
So, okay. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I will count an actual magic
Wow.
spell as a magic trick.
so. I'm just assuming that takes my action. So
Yes.
it's just gonna turn into a giant marionette, basically, because it alters itself for some reason.
Yeah, it alters it to
Um,
whatever you want it to be.
This is a very horrific battle.
May I suggest the tree puppets from Macbeth?
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
It looks like
yeah,
a tree
we'll just say that
anyway.
while I tree puppet.
The woods of whatever the fuck it's called.
So yeah.
Dunsinore?
And you have.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, we will go with that.
And you have control over it, correct?
Yep. So I'm just gonna give it the basic command for now to just attack the other trees.
Okay.
Dunsinane. That's
If
what
it
was.
survives, then I'll give it more commands.
When
But I'm
Burnham
bound.
Wood comes to Dunsinane.
And were there any specifics? It turns into a marionette and does it have X HP or is it just?
Let me see. It It's not an aberration, is it? No.
No, it is not.
Okay. So
Oh, it
just
is.
has
It is
its
actually
own-
an aberration. Never mind.
So it replaces its charisma to 17 and its performance to +3, and that's all it does to make it fit better in my plays.
Okay.
So it has its own stats. It has its own health. Once it runs out of, if it's killed, it returns back to its own self with 0 hit points.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh yeah, I just made a puppet. out of
So
a
it
tree.
goes on its turn, correct?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So anything else you're doing with your turn?
No, that took my action. So
All right.
and
Invar's.
I'm bound.
Invar's looks around. Das ist dumm. And cast a spell. Freedom of movement. Instantly, he is not restrained,
Fair.
and he uses 5 feet of movement to not be grappled. That 5 feet of movement will provoke attacks of opportunity from 2 seedlings and 1 thistledown, so thistlewood. So go ahead and hit me with those.
Do you still have your bonus AC up?
Yeah, still got
yeah,
it.
you do. Okay. Okay, so the only thing that hits you is the big tree because it had the bonus.
Okay, and how much is that?
Yep. So it's going to try to... I think it's only got 1 real attack, so... Boop. Alright. You take 8 bludgeoning damage as one of its big ol' arms slaps you in the face.
8 bludgeoning. I've already used 5 feet of movement to escape the grapple.
Yep.
That is something that freedom of movement gives me. And I'm going to dash, and I'm going to use the remaining 55 feet of movement to invoke. Ah, yes. Thank you, DM. My winged boots. I am 55 feet straight up.
Ah, you're in the sky. Okay. Let me see if there's
And
a
then I'm-
flying thing.
And that's my action. That's my movement. I'll actually use my. I guess I'm not 55. I'm 25 feet for now.
Okay.
And then I'll use my bonus action to bring my spiritual weapon just a little bit closer,
All right.
and then I'm done. But I'm 25 feet up.
Well, nothing's gonna hit you up there, so I guess we'll just have to kill your friends.
So
Sacrifices are expected.
Sacrifice.
So we have a bear who made a tree puppet, and we have a cleric of the snake god flying in the air.
I mean, it makes.
What else is gonna happen?
All right. So Thistlewood, that's under your control. I'm gonna have them go first.
Well, don't forget.
Manages to hit its friend.
Don't forget the warlock of the infernal cook who set the fucking woods on fire. Biggest campfire you've ever seen.
Oh yeah. This is
and
a
used a
cooking.
butcher's knife to cut bonds.
It actually changes each round. I've been rolling to see what kind of chef knife I'm using this time. The next one is a fish deboning knife. Fun fact.
All right. So that one, the one that is a marionette puppet, turns to the one right here, smacks the crap out of it, tries to actually manages to snare it, and it is restrained. So it's going to spend its action to not care because it doesn't need it, and try to attack the only one it can reach. Oof. All right. That sucks. Let's do Rosina with a strength save. Well, I guess she doesn't really have a strength save, but she could be double jeopardied here. Maybe she barely avoids being really, held in there by the second tree, but does take 6. She takes 6 bludgeoning damage and 10 poison. And This one is going to go underground again. And start going this way. It's underground, so not affected by fire. In case anyone's trying to pull that shenanigans.
We would
And this
never.
one...
We have different shenanigans. That wasn't our plan.
Let's see. This one, seeing as how you're not in its area, can attack, can attack, can attack. It's going to go through and walk over here. This one is on fire and is going to try to get out of there. Goes underground. So it's no longer seeable. It is underground. And it manages to go... it goes a little bit further than that, but I don't want to cover up your all's characters. Gilzermo, roots shoot out of the ground.
Okay.
And Grim Eyes, roots shoot out of the ground. I need you both to make strength saves.
I'd like to use my hourglass.
Right before it hits you?
Yep.
Okay. So let's go ahead and do this first. Gilzermo, you take 10 bludgeoning damage. And no poison, actually 7 poison damage before any math. And
You need a healer.
those of you that can see Grim Eyes, he pulls out a pendant with an hourglass on it and starts to spin it. Grim Eyes, you have an entire turn to yourself.
I am going to first off move over here. 10 feet, just out of the way. Shoot off 2 Eldritch Blasts at this guy.
Okay.
And then continue moving up
Okay.
here.
Towards the fire. Good call.
Yes, towards the fire.
Okay. Go
Okay.
ahead and roll your hits, or 2 hits.
Yep, I'm not dealing with this today. That's a 25 and a 15.
All right. You managed to hit it once,
Okay.
as one shot goes wide.
5 points of damage.
Well done. It seems to think you're a silly person.
That's fine.
Okay, for my saving throw, I rolled a 10, but I'm gonna go ahead and activate Dark One's Own Luck through the Foldus Reliquary. And I rolled a 9, so it's a 19 for that strength saving throw.
You are not grappled. Good for you. And time goes back to normal. The
Yep.
Thistlewoods doing whatever the hell it is they do. Have finished their turn. Rosina's going to try to break out again. And does so. And she's going to turn and just start smacking the ever-living crap out of stuff. So that's how that's going to work. We're just going to roll to hit. Still hits. It's fine. That hits. And then she's going to go for the tree. And misses. So this one and this one are dead. However, she swings at the tree and misses. Gilzermo, narrowly escaping the clutches of yet another set of vines that shoot forth from the ground, you are standing right next to the biggest monstrosity you've probably ever seen in your life. What are you going to do?
Well, Gilzermo's gonna first say, "Oh shit, I think I pissed myself." And then I'm gonna go ahead and send my little Eldritch Cannon / Merchant Scale, my favorite Merchant Scale, my father gave it to me. 15 feet here. Shit, I might hit fate. But do I really care? I do actually. I'm gonna send my little Eldritch Cannon / scale right here, where the little gray circle is.
Yep.
And as that part of that same bonus action, I'm going to use the flamethrower, and I just want to hit these two. So I'm going to point it going this way, away from Fate.
Okay.
So they both need to make DC 16 Dex saving throws.
They both make it.
So they're gonna take. I'll tell you the half. They take 3 points of fire damage.
All right.
And then Joe Zamro will go ahead and fuck. Well, Joe Zamro is scared, but he's going to hold his ground. And he's going to cast. Oh boy. He's going to cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level at the big behemoth in front of him. Because that big behemoth ruined my plans. So, Scorching Ray at 3rd level. Boom. And then that is a +9. Let's go, baby. That is a 17 hit.
Yes, 17 does hit.
Alright, so.
As it goes directly into the trunk of the tree and starts burrowing in.
Sorry, it makes 3 rays, fire rays. So, first one hits. Second one is a 24 to hit.
You hit.
And then the third one is 22 to hit.
There you go.
Alright, so that's
Scorch-
technically
scorch that
66
puppy.
fire damage. So here's the first. I'll give you total. 9, 11, 12. 18 points of fire damage on the giant piece of crap Briarwood / tree ant. I hate it.
It is looking wounded.
Oh boy. All right. And that is it for Joe Zermo, because if he moves away, he might get pounded. Okay, that's it.
All right. The seedling's turn. Meow. Meow.
Oh, come on.
Meow. This one's an idiot, goes through the fire and dies. This one, reacting to that, goes there. This one tries to bite. Succeeds. Fate succeeds. Fate takes a little more. Seedling bites into her, tries to burrow in, but does not succeed.
This is going great.
This one goes here. This one goes here. And this one's gonna go up here. Nope. Yep. Barely. Alright, so, another attack on Rosina. She makes her save, but still takes some damage. Invar's, one of these things tries to jump and bite at you, but misses. Grim Eyes.
I would hope.
Yeah, it was close though. I rolled a 17.
I was secretly hoping that you would try to have him jump 25 feet up to grab me.
He's trying. It just doesn't work. Grim Eyes, one bites you, and you need to make a Constitution save. You succeed, but you still take 5 piercing damage as this thing bites you. Fate, having broken out of hers, finally. Doesn't have to do a charge. All right. You see Fate, seems like she's calling on something, and then you see that a radiant light lights up in her hands and extends into her sword as she swings at this this tree that was attacking Gelzermo. And she does quite a bit. You see that the light not only pierces into the tree, but when she's done attacking, this tree that didn't look like it was, much more than a little wounded, is cut in twain, and it falls into pieces. She turns and yells at you all. We can get this done. You just need to focus. Focus on one at a time. She shouts some words of inspiration to you all. That's me being inspirational. For until the end of your next turn, you cannot have disadvantage on any rolls that you make. And now it will be back to Grim Eyes, but unfortunately, we have fire starting to spread. And they are spreading onto the trees. These trees are starting to freak out now that this fire is getting so big. However, the fire is spreading towards the dogs.
Come on. You know how to inspire us. I
Someone's
was kind
gotta
of
do
hoping
it.
I would get to keep my puppet around for a while, but I guess not.
That seedling's dead.
Yeah, this place is on fire.
Yeah. Shit's getting real. Y'all better figure something out before this fire consumes everything. Grim Eyes, it's your turn.
I think that's the plan.
Yes, I am. I'm going to use control flames to remove the fire here, moving it away from the dogs. And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to disengage.
All right.
And I'll move to here.
You can, as a speech action, give commands to the dogs. They taught you how to get them to move.
An action was technically control flames.
No, I mean as a speech action. So, like, your free speech, whatever.
Free action. Okay, I will tell them to fucking run.
So how do you do this? Do you just say get out of here, or do you what do you do?
I'm going to do a shrill whistle and shout, "Return home."
No.
Tell them to go to the next hill or something, not all the way back home.
Well, unfortunately, that's what he did. So that's how you're all gonna deal with that.
Have you guys seen how fast these fucking seedlings are? Hey. What? No! It took me with them.
Oops.
Hold on, I'll move myself out of the
Yeah,
way.
that's my bad. Whatever.
I was here.
Oh.
Gelzermo was here. You're also taking Gelzermo.
God damn it.
Stop it! There you go. There
He's
we go.
here.
I got it. This is how you know you're doing great. The seedling, it's also going. I don't know. Whatever. Here we go. So they
Fine.
run off. This one, it is going to get an attack of opportunity on it.
But yeah, have you guys seen how fast the seedlings are? We will not be able to outrun them on a set of sled dogs. I'm sorry. That's going to be terrifying, and I want them as far away as possible.
So as the dogs are running, all but one managed to get away without being hit. They take off running, and they are gone. They started booking it. This one, however, it was the one that was pretty messed up, yelps in pain and falls into a bloody heap. on the ground. It is dead.
Oh.
The dog.
And Icarus, it's your turn. Are you filled with rage now?
Yes, but there's nothing close enough for me to hit it because this dude buried itself.
Angrily dig at the dirt.
Am I still bound?
not a
or do I have to
legitimate
make a strength
suggestion.
save?
Unless you made it out previously, you are bound still.
Okay, I'm gonna make a strength save. See if I can just randomly get out. Unless an 8 does it, I'm probably not. Okay. Oh, it's my dice. Whatever. Sorry. Trying to figure out what I can do.
On the plus side, everything you do is definitely not at disadvantage.
I wasn't at disadvantage before, but sure, thanks. Are these two? I know that one's
Always
buried.
look on the bright side of
I think those two in front of you
Look
all are
on
still
the
buried.
bright side
Okay.
of life.
I'm gonna use another one of my potato charges and spit a fireball over here. So they need to make a Dex 16 saving throw.
Well, cool. They both failed and they're both dead.
Okay, cool. I did something.
Yay!
At least the potato's not going to waste.
Is it now a fried potato?
It would be if I got my hands on it.
Or a baked potato?
Ooh.
It's a potato that someone decided to infuse with the essence of the Reaper pepper, so
Ghost
It's a hot
God.
potato.
Ghost pepper potato.
Oh,
Nice.
Anything else, Icarus?
I don't think so. That was my
Invars,
Action.
Captain Flypants, what are you doing?
First question. Are either of the two big Thistlewoods visible?
No.
Neither one of them.
Neither one of them. They both
Wow,
burrowed
they
into the
blow.
ground.
Bonus action spiritual weapon bumps. It can go this far. It's gonna go to right there, and it's going to attack the one that is actually just right above me, right below me.
Okay.
This boy, yeah. It was only at a second level.
Yep.
Third level.
Second. Oh no, you second time you did it was third.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see. So it is a 24 to hit.
Yep, and it's dead.
Okay. And then the one next to it, I'm going to wiggle waggle some magic words, and I'm going to toll the dead. I need a wisdom 17 from that seedling.
It fails.
Then that is going to. Is it damaged yet, or is it pristine?
It's pristine.
Then it's only going to take
Dead.
22 damage.
It's only going to take dead.
And then I'm going to bump up another 30 feet, so I'm 55 feet in the air. All done.
All right. The Thistlewoods. All right. These things, not realizing what's happening, pop up out of the ground, immediately catch fire. These do the same. They were
what happens to
They were not
my puppet?
necessarily hurt, but since they are on fire, they are not sure where to go. I'm going to move this out of the way real quick. They start running this direction, and then they catch more fire. Basically, it's just your catch-22. They run through and end up running into a bigger fire and spreading the fire as they ran. So that's fun. Go ahead and move this out of the way so I can grab this thing. Get out of the way. There we go. So they spread the
Where's
fires
Jeff?
a little bit
Where's-
more.
And then what happens with my puppet?
Your puppet was above ground. It doesn't move because it doesn't know. It doesn't know where the other one went because they're both on fire. It's too stupid. It stands there and takes damage.
Fair enough.
Well,
a
you
tree I
control it,
turned
so what do
into
you
a
want it to
puppet.
do?
I'm gonna tell it to head towards the other group of
Right here?
seedlings.
The other group of seedlings? Like down there?
Yeah, because the two the two in the middle are still buried, right?
No,
Sorry.
the two in the middle are buried, but it can go underground. Oh wait, no,
Oh.
it can't because it's a mannequin. It doesn't have its same stuff anymore. Well, no, it does. It can burrow, so it can get under there. So it can effectively attack them underground.
Let's do
We might
that.
need
Let's do that
Yeah,
with-
I think we need that.
Let's do that with the one on the left there.
Okay, it does attack, but it's doing it blind, so it doesn't know where the hell it's at. So,
Yeah. It's just gonna keep doing that until something happens.
this one's dead from being on fire and running. Because as smart as they are, this entire forest is catching on fire, and as trees,
It's not that great for them.
no. So their instincts take over rather than their intelligence. These two have no idea what's going on above because they're underground. They are going to attack again and miss. Hit the second time. Rosina needs to does not make it. Oops. Ugh.
I'm glad we cleared it ahead of time that we could burn down the forest if we needed to.
Yeah. At this point, though, if we hadn't been told that we could, I probably still would have been casting Fireball.
Fair.
Rosina
I would just feel guilty about it afterward.
Rosina's looking pretty bad.
Well, yeah, she's fighting drunk.
The Thistlewoods are done. Rosina decides to use her second wind
Good.
and rolls 2 die 10. I'll just go ahead and do that here.
Oh, sorry, Kira, you died.
That's so fucked up. I did tell her I would do my best not to have her die. Oh, a die 10
If
plus 12.
Fate has anything to say about it. And I don't mean the character Fate.
Ha 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 ha. 1, 2, 3.
I
If she's
realized
about to
that
die, just have her
afterwards.
collapse on the ground further away from
She
damage.
gains back 18 hit points.
Not bad.
And was that a bonus action? Yep, bonus action. And she is pretty pissed. She is also going to make a strength save to try to get out of this tree dealie that she found herself back in. And does not manage to do it. She's still stuck.
Oh no.
Gelzermo.
All right. Rinse and repeat. Josemo will once again cast Thunder Wave at this point, first level. Right here to get pretty much all of these. Unfortunately, I have to get the puppet too because I need to get.
Yeah.
these
Does
two.
Thunderwave not originate from you?
No, I can put it. That's not self, so I need to do. I need to do Shatter. Sorry. So Shatter is gonna have to go right here.
I always get those two confused.
I know I always get those two confused. Well, so Shatter's gonna go right here. Hold on. Maybe if I do something else.
It don't matter. We've already let it fly this far. At least for this match.
Yeah,
You
come
can go
on.
ahead and do Shatter and we'll let it do the same thing.
Okay. So yeah, so Shatter on pretty much all those. So they need to make con saving throws again.
Well, one made it, and I'm gonna assume this guy died. Strangely enough, the puppet made it.
So
Nice.
that's total 5 points of thunder damage.
All right, we'll go ahead and say that they're both revealed now, and you can see them.
Oh, God.
And then my Eldritch Cannon right here is going to shoot all 3 of these with the flamethrower, so they can meet dex saves.
Oh look, they all succeeded and they all died.
Yeah. Alright, and Joe Zermo will just we'll go over yonder, over here. Boom.
All right. The seedling's turn. Since there's not a whole lot of them left, this one books it after the dogs.
Oh, come on.
Yep, we'll deal with that one later. It ran off.
Um,
You have more immediate concerns, but the dogs are running their fastest. Fate's turn.
How far did it manage to get?
Well, if you would like to know, its movement speed is 60.
Yeah, which is why I'm wondering, because I can move 30 and I have 120 foot range with Eldritch Blast.
I'll let you
I,
spend
I,
one
I
turn.
may I may attempt to snipe that thing later.
All right.
Is the one up top doing anything?
What, that one?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the one that tried that.
yeah, there
bit
we go.
me.
It'll go after you. Whatever. It didn't hit. Fate's turn. Fate turns, and this thing right here that's looking already pretty beat up. She turns to it, and you see the very familiar, sign of a warlock as you see her build power into her hands and launch 3 Eldritch blasts directly at this tree's face. And blows a hole through it. It's dead. Fate, not looking too shabby, goes over here to try to help out Rosina. It is your turn, Grim Eyes.
I'm going
This
to
fire's building.
I'm going to nudge at the seedling with my foot as I disengage as a bonus action. Moving over to here, I'm going to try to get as close as I can. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Technically, I can go one more off the board, but then I won't be able to move my piece back onto the board.
That's fine. What's your
and
AC?
I will 17. I did disengage.
Okay, you did. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
You should have just booted it into the fire. Just
Go
not
ahead
worth
and
it.
roll your. Go ahead and
And
roll
I'm
the hit.
gonna
See if you can hit that
fucking
that
laugh.
seedling that ran off.
Natural fucking 20.
How would you like to kill that seedling?
Straight through the back of its head.
You
And-
exploded it.
Just for good measure, I'll shoot my other beam at the one that I disengaged from.
Okay.
15 to hit.
Yep, it's dead.
You stop that.
so Icarus just sees from the corner of your eyes, just booking it, and then just like blasting into the wilderness. He doesn't know what you're doing, but he
Yep,
wants
basically.
to
Them
believe you have a
seedlings.
good reason.
Icarus, it's your turn.
All right. I don't know why I was opening my water bottle. I don't have any water anymore. I'm gonna make another strength save to see if I can get out of this. 18.
You are free. That was your action. What are you doing now? You can make a
Is my
movement.
puppet?
Yes.
Um,
Your puppet can. That acts on its turn, so it is currently dicking around inside a fire, though. So it's not looking great.
So it burrowed into the. Oh, is it standing on top, burrowing into the ground?
Well, it's in the ground right now, but that you can see
So-
that there's fire. That
Yeah.
there's like a little bit
I-
sticking out of the top, and that's on fire.
Yeah. Just wanted to ask. It's fine either way, but does going underground extinguish it in any way?
If it goes
or-
far enough underground, yes, but I haven't been having them go that far underground.
I'm just gonna tell it to disengage and go deep enough to extinguish itself.
Okay.
That's my turn. So-
All right. Invarse. The one that is it's come out of the ground a little bit and has immediately caught itself on fire while trying to attack Rosina, but was unsuccessful at trying to grapple her.
And is that the one that's closest to her?
Yes.
All right, spiritual weapon's gonna jump right there, take a whack. That is going to be only a 12 to hit.
It misses, unfortunately.
Okay, and that's the bonus action, just to control a spiritual weapon. That creature has taken damage. You said it didn't look too good.
Yeah, it doesn't look too good.
That's a Toll of the Dead. That's 3d12 coming at you.
Do I make a save versus that?
Yes, indeed. Roll.
Is that a Dex, Wisdom?
Wisdom 17.
Oh, well, it failed.
21 points.
Cool. How do you want to fell this final tree?
I look at it with disgust and just go, ugh. Fall.
You
And it
kill.
falls.
You kill it with snark. Got it.
Nice.
Disdain, dripping, venomous, haha, waka waka, green dragonborn. And then I just dismissed the spiritual weapon.
Well, that's interesting.
That one's dead. That one's a puppet. I look around and say, it's a little warm. Perhaps we should leave.
Yeah.
And I'm going to drop down. How big is? Well, let me see. I mean, I don't have anything to fix fire, guys. So
I have a horn of infinite water. If that helps.
that
I
might
mean,
help.
Grim Eyes can take the time to cast Control Flames like 50,000 times and put out the fire 5 feet of
All right.
of space at a time.
So, with your combined might, if you want to take the time to put the fire out, you can. Icarus, what is the time frame on the control of this creature?
So features and traits. It just lasts until it. I can only have one at a time, but it just lasts until it has 0 hit points. But I'll
Dang.
just have it end with the next. I'm gonna have it carry us back because we don't have the dogs.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah, no. So I'm just gonna tell it to alter itself into a form with enough arms to carry all of us and just carry us back to
Is the
town.
fire put out by now?
Yeah, the fire's effectively going to get put out. Let's go ahead. And go
Are there
here.
any like remains of these thistlewoods that we can investigate upon?
Yes.
Or did we turn them all to ash?
I was gonna say, did we just turn them to ash and just like, oh well, we did our job?
Yes. So you managed to put out the fires. All good, all dandy. It took you probably about an hour to get the fires finally out.
That
because
sounds about
Short
right.
rest.
that was a big ass fire that you all started. So while you're putting it out, that is the wrong button. I hope that doesn't pop up somewhere. There's not a whole lot of snow left in this area. All the trees at the end of it, in that large area, are just burnt to crisp. Burnt to a crisp. They're crispy trees. Crispy, crunchy, delicious trees.
Crispy treats.
You managed to make sure that there was no others that were getting out. You hear as the everything's starting to finally die off. You hear off in the distance the sound of burning fires further into the forest. The sound of these weird shrill cries that the trees were making as they were dying when you were killing them. Obviously, probably in a similar circumstance that you all had found yourselves in. Now, there's not much left of the trees themselves. The only one that's really left is your little paper mache marionette friend now.
Who I remind you is still the size that it was normally.
Oh
so
yeah,
horrifying.
it's large. It's a large
Fucking
creature.
horrifying.
So
Terrible.
yeah, and it has multiple arms now for whatever the hell play you need that for. I don't know.
Oh.
So what are you all gonna do now that you're out of combat and the fire's put out? You were sent up here for a reason.
Yeah, at least Joe Zermo would like to investigate as much as around the area, maybe investigate these Thistlewoods, find any clues as to what may have spurred these creatures to act this way,
Okay. Um.
or ask fate what we're doing.
Yeah.
Investigation
Make a-
discovers they were afraid of fire.
Oh, well, I see we found our culprit, so let's go tell the Knight Captain LaCroix that we've done our job.
Make a nature
Um,
check while you're looking around.
Got a nature boy.
I'm gonna ask my puppet that I know there's no chance this is gonna work, but I'm gonna ask my puppet if it remembers anything or if it's just or if it's just a walking tree.
13 on a nature check, by the way.
13. You recognize that some of the words that you see that
Could I
there's
have given him
pages-
guidance before he rolled that?
It's fine. It wasn't
Okay.
it wasn't a big one. As you're looking around, not necessarily at the trees themselves, but the trees around the area, as you go a little bit further back, you notice that there are what looks to be pages of a book carved into the trees. You recognize that some of the words are from a book that you recall, while you were, studying to become who you were, who you are now, and I mean technically who you used to be. You went through some schooling and you found some books in your master shop and stuff like that, and you see there's some words carved into the trees from a book called Nature's Dance by a Dagny Farrell. A book that you know is dealing with the enchanted nature of the Feywild. And you see that the pages as you're going, for lack of a better phrase, as you go, it looks like the pages are going backwards.
I shout. Joe Zermo will shout out to the rest of the group if they haven't come across this to notify them that I found something. These pages. There seems to be pages. Does anyone know a Dagny Farrell? Fate. Do you know a Dagny Farrell?
I've heard of him. I think there's might be a book in the library, but it's not really my forte. I don't really, other than dealing with the patrons, I'm not a Fey-esque person. I only know what I've learned, um, in my travels and dealings with them. But
Can
I mean, it looks like it could lead somewhere. It could be something having to do with what's happened here.
I make a
Icarus, do you
history check or something? Because I had a Fae as a patron for a long time.
Icarus, look at these pages.
So the only thing that you're seeing in here is that it's literally the most you can gather from it. You can make a knowledge nature check as well, or
With
whatever.
guidance plus
Nature
D4.
check. All right, 3.5.
It's survival,
Uh,
intelligence.
That's what.
Sure.
Can I just like do general investigations around the area as well?
13.
Yeah.
Plus a D4, Quill.
What? Oh, with the D4.
Yeah, guidance.
18.
Oh, cool. And that's a 4, so that makes that a 17. That's why I'm an English major. I don't do math. 17 to nature.
All right. Yeah. So, it seems like it may be loosely tied to it, but everything you're seeing in this just looks like it's pages pulled out of a book. It's not pointing to anything specific. The only thing that you all kind of gather from this is that as you walk farther into the forest, the pages seem to be counting back to 1. You see on one tree, the page has like a half word on it or something that looks like it was continuing from the tree that you see afterwards. So the farther you go in, it's like the entire book has been written on these trees.
Do we have
If we want to track them down, I think we have a decent-ish trail to follow, or we can report back. Kind of up to you.
You do know that LaCroix and some of the other people went further into the forest.
We should probably head further in as well.
Do we know who is spurring these Thistlewoods?
I think that's what we were sent. I think that's what we were sent to find out.
Well, we were sent to handle them and maybe stop the source. So, yeah, let's go further in.
Yeah. So yeah, I had an investigation check of 18.
Yep. So as you're walking closer and closer into the center of this big forest, and you're following the pages and things along those lines, you stumble into a weird cache of these bracelets, these wooden bracelets laying next to a tree of what looks like gore.
A tree of gore. That's
Well, so you're seeing in this pile of gore these bracelets, but you find these bracelets specifically because they seem to be out of place.
How many of them are there?
There are 5.
All right.
I'm gonna use my horn of infinite water to wash off the awful
Yeah,
first.
I'll pick those up and hand them out to people if they want one. I'll put them on.
No, thank you. I do not want that.
I will put 2 on.
I'll take one to hold. I'll put it in my pocket.
Okay.
I'll have remove curse ready if anything goes wrong.
So
See,
as
I assume cursed items, like you have to attune to them. I'm not attuning to these. I'm just putting them on because I think they look neat.
Fair enough.
whatever.
He has that smile. I don't trust that smile on him.
Oh no, trust me. The only reason why I was smiling is because I've made items that do not require you to attune to them.
Fair enough.
Or items that attune as soon as you pick them up.
Whatever. It's not my problem. It's yours.
You
So
found a
as you're
strange rock.
walking through the forest, you found this cache of bracelets. You start following the gore. You get to what looks like the center of the forest. For all intents and purposes, LaCroix and the rest of them seem like they've, kind of trudged past here, chasing something out. Like you see roots, and then you see a burnt trail of just ash and fire. And you hear, some fighting off in the distance, but it doesn't seem like it's an intense battle like anything you went through. It kind of just sounds like the death shrills of creatures dying out in the woods. Nothing human sounding, so it's not like they're in trouble. However, you get to the center of this, and you see an altar, and you see a bunch of bodies. And everyone make an intelligence check.
Intelligence check.
Would be an intelligence
Saving
check.
throw.
12. 13 plus -1.
Oh,
9.
I have a passive investigation of 16.
I can give somebody guidance for this.
My passive is a 19 for investigation, 20 for insight, and 20 for perception.
Well, so
Yes.
Invar's, you're barely beating it, but you all recognize that some of the bodies in here, it's not just woodland creatures that have been thrown at this altar or laying down beside it. You also see the remains of different humanoids, elves, humans, some half-orcs and stuff like that, but they all seem to be wearing the exact same garb. It's a garb that you've seen before, and it is the garb of the Accursed Guard. And it doesn't look like... actually, anyone who wants to, make a Knowledge Arcana check. Make an Arcana check.
Oh, that's actually something I'm good at.
So
I have a
who are these
-1.
people?
18.
Natural 1.
All right, Invar's is looking at the
15.
snow dirt.
I'm just gonna, knowing full well that I'm not good at that, I'm just gonna start investigating again.
All right.
Wandering around.
I have
So-
an 18.
Out of 15.
Gilzermo, Icarus. Where's the? Did you roll on the other one? What'd you get, Grim Eyes?
Oh, I did not roll Arcana.
Okay.
I have a -1 to it. I'm not even going to attempt that. I'm just going to wander off and investigate the other things that are not magical.
All right. So Icarus and Gilzermo, you both realize that you can glean from this the way that the bodies are set up. It's not like they were just killed and thrown. It looks like they were a part of a great ritual, probably performed at the center here of the Thistle Fury herd's original location. The one thing that you've gathered is you see that there's other Thistle Furies around, but they're definitely not moving. And they're usually rooted in the ground. So something happened here that the Accursed Guard did, or someone else did, that brought these trees not only to life, but also allowed them to walk freely.
December will relay this to the rest of the party who do not know about this. Like, he'll tap
Yes.
in Varsh, who's looking aimlessly somewhere else. And tell him, and then
So
we'll find
we've either got a suspicious number of victims, or
they're a part
we
of
have a
this.
lot of people who participated in a ritual.
Correct.
I mean, these are guards. They're trained to not be taken by surprise. So
Who specifically are these Accursed Guard, Icarus? Do you know who these Accursed Guard, like what they are? I'm not from the city. I'm not from this area.
well,
Fate
The name
walks
is
up and
familiar.
looks at this. The Accursed Guard are the foot soldiers of Dorian, the Accursed King.
Oh, fuck. I thought that title sounded familiar.
Right over what Joe's almost had.
Oh,
He
boy.
is the ruler of the city, de facto.
Oh, a conspiracy.
So either
A really bad
someone
conspiracy.
is killing his men and women, or he is making it done.
Devil
either
LaCroix,
way-
what did you get yourselves into?
It's not good. I need to talk to LaCroix. Could you all check around the forest a little bit and see if there's anything else that got through? I think
Yeah.
they're mostly to the north and the west. We came from the east, so I don't think there's anything over there. But if you can check south, I'd appreciate it. And then once you're done, just come back to the Last Rest Lodge, and we'll talk about what we found. I'd appreciate it.
Fair enough. We can
Yeah,
do
I'll
that.
head off and just be checking around, investigating for shit, see if anything like tried to bury itself and is waiting for us all to leave.
So,
Seriously, fuck that. Screw that burrowing speed. God.
So you notice that Fate, who's normally not necessarily jovial, but stern but lighthearted,
Yeah.
her demeanor changed when she saw what you were all looking at, and she seems to be rushing off, not so much in a huff, but there's a determination in the way that she walks. Like she just found a bad taste in her mouth. So that's what you all recognize as she walks away to presumably go
Okay.
find LaCroix.
So, fun fact, it turns out I've been nerfing myself that entire time with Eldritch Blast. I have 3 beams, not 2.
Well, I'm happy
I-
to see that you figured that out after this literally 4-hour-long battle.
I can't read my own character sheet, apparently. Notes next to Eldritch Blast, count 3.
And DM, I'd like to gather everybody together, including Fate,
Okay.
before Fate runs off.
You can try, but she seems pretty determined.
Are you
Um,
healing us?
Yes,
I will pass because I only took 5 points of damage.
that's okay.
I am bleeding everywhere.
I know that there's some damage going on, so DM, I'm first going to surround everyone in a green light using a little trick called Beacon of Hope.
I
right.
panic a little bit seeing green light, and then I realize it's not harmful.
And then I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds. And because Beacon of Hope has maximized healing, everybody will get, let's see, 3 times 8, 28 points of damage. Sorry, healing.
Wow.
28 points of damage.
That's pretty
28
messed
points of
up,
healing.
man.
Thank you, Invo.
I know you want to
That was
slow the
glorious.
apocalypse and all, but this is not a good way to do it.
The cleric comes up and goes, "Hey guys, I've learned a new spell. It's called Kill Zone. What kind of healing spell is that? It's not
It's
one.
actually
It curses
called
you to
the
die if you
Serpent's
leave.
Kiss.
The
I'm
snakes
tired of
actually-
running after you guys to heal you.
Do the snakes actually bite us while healing us? Invo?
You
Healing
don't
bite.
want
Well,
to
I
know what
mean-
else it does to you.
I mean,
Fair
that's
enough.
actually
I do not want to
that was
ask you
actually a
that.
valid healing plan that they had in ancient times because they figured out that with small enough doses of venom, they could kill the thing that's killing you instead of
Yeah.
killing you. So that's
Maybe they are biting us to heal us. Who knows?
At this
In
point,
any
Josemo
event,
doesn't
if you
care.
could add 28 hit points to Rosina, especially.
I did. She looks a lot better. She's still pretty drunk, though.
Drunk.
If you want, I can have my puppet carry Rosina.
So
Probably best.
I'm gonna say that you all kind of adventure a little bit south, like she asked you to. As you're walking that direction, you all kind of see this weird brownish, like daylight's starting to come up. You've been out for quite a while. You're not too terribly tired. You're just kind of like feeling that, like, oh, okay, this will be fine. We'll just go check this out and we'll head back to the Last Rest Lodge. We'll be fine. As the daylight starts to hit the sky, you see off in the distance these brown and yellow lights kind of coming up over the horizon. Like it's like a weird ozone-esque looking thing coming from the south.
Global warming.
You see that. It seems odd. Anybody that understands Arcana, it looks like the remnants of a very large spell.
Oh dear.
So
I'm gonna
we're
move to
back to our
investigate
usual.
very
Shit's
carefully.
fucked.
So you're gonna head that direction?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Josemo tells the non-spellcasters that there is magic affinity in that area, and if Invar and Rosina want to go as well.
Yeah.
Let's
we
go
wanna-
kill things.
Did
So-
we take
so
a
you
short
said-
rest in the meantime?
No.
No.
We should take a short rest.
I mean, you're walking, but all right.
up to
No,
you.
exactly.
If
Right.
anyone needs to take a
It's
short
up to
rest,
you,
they
Gio,
can
if you
ride on
want-
my puppet for a
if you wanna
while
consider
if they
that a
can
short
stand the
rest.
creepiness.
If you all take a short rest, that's fine. You can go ahead and do so. While you're taking a short rest, you see someone walking up the road from the direction that all was happening. There's a strange man, kind of dressed in rags. Face is covered with a robe.
In the forest that we're in?
No. You're outside of the forest a
Oh.
little bit now because you kind of
okay.
started walking towards what you saw.
Oh, it's okay.
Hello, friend.
Where the hell? Hang on, I
Friend
lost.
of mine. At least I don't know yet.
Okay. There it is.
There they are.
So he's pulling a cart that has the colors of yellow and brown on
Oh
it.
god.
And my dear travelers, dost thou seek the town of Yalek's Reach, perhaps?
Is that where everything's coming from? Those strange things in the sky?
Ah, yes. I must admit I'm a little disappointed you missed the performance. My most humble apologies, but the performance has been concluded. Maybe next time you'll be able to see it, but I need time to set up for a show again.
What kind of show is it?
Oh, it's the most wonderful show in the world. possibly this
Oh.
side of the plains.
Well, it certainly looked interesting from as far as we were.
Well, actually, good sir, I am an actor of sorts, and I have a number of abilities that can help in performances. Perhaps we can get in contact in the future.
Oh, you are you?
I mean, I have enough magic to make this lovely puppet back here.
Well, you can't necessarily. So, Icarus, I need you to make a perception check.
Terrifying little puppet. Terrifying,
Passive
massive
perception
puppet,
is
rather.
10. But perception rolled is nat 20.
Well done. I do have a
You-
20 passive perception as well.
When he says, "Oh, really?" you sense that he knows something you don't. Like there's a familiarity with the way that he says that.
Oh,
You're not quite sure what the hell that means, but it's off-putting, to say the very least.
don't know, but I have a suspicion. Oh. I remain polite. I'm just thinking on the inside.
So, I would stay and talk and everything like that, but you've been
Oh,
so
please.
nice, and I don't know. Would any of you like a medallion? He
I'd
pulls
like
out
to do an
a,
insight check on that.
he pulls out a medallion that's palm-sized. It's a stone pendant, and he offers it to each one of you.
I'm gonna narrow my eyes. I want to do an insight check on him, but at the same time, I am probably going to accept the pendant
Okay.
because Grim Eyes is stupid.
Is there any strange markings on these medallions?
Yes. The medallion. There's
That is
only
a
one medallion.
24 insight.
Oh, the whatever he's giving us, I guess.
He does not seem to have malicious intent.
Okay. I'm definitely taking it.
If he didn't take it, I was, but yeah.
I gotta play
Hands
the
it-
character, and the character has 8 intelligence. He's stupid. I'm sorry.
He hands it to you and says, "Maybe I'll see you later."
Perhaps.
And with that, he smiles and he starts walking away. And as he walks, he vanishes in a cloud of yellow smoke, along with the wagon that he was carrying.
Cool. That wasn't weird.
And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
That was an eventful session.
A lot of combat. That's one of the things that I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to everyone first. Thank you for
Bye.
joining us. We hope you enjoyed
Um,
this session of the Red Opera. We'll figure out a fun, goofy name for it, and we'll have it posted
And-
to YouTube here at some point. Bye, everyone.